Hello, I am really grateful that you're here. It actually really means a lot to me that you're listening, and it means even more if you're taking something away from this that makes you and your business better. If you've clicked on this video, it's likely that you've lost a little bit of spark. I'm going to assume that you've been doing business for a while and there is nothing fundamentally wrong. But it's just become a bit routine. You get up, do the things, go home, sleep, repeat. This often happens as your business stabilizes, where your networks are established, your team is established, and everything is good, but nothing is really great. And you're just not being lit up in the way that you were in the earlier phases of your business. It's kind of like a midlife crisis for you in your business. So in this video, we're going to talk about how to rediscover and reignite your passion when you've lost your drive. And you don't need a new sports car in order to get there. So how do you rediscover your passion in business? I'm going to give you 3 simple strategies and a challenge at the end. Your passion for business is a leadership quality that underpins how much energy you have and what your team gets excited about. If you happen to lose that passion, business growth often stagnates and your personal and business success can be at risk. Passion at its core comes from doing things that create personal growth. And so we're going to talk about how to combine that with the business growth. Strategy 1. What you need is a new challenge. Our brains love variety and new things. So if everything is a bit same, consider how you can bring challenge into your organization so that you can reignite your passion and enthusiasm for business and life. The ways to do this: take a moment now and go back to what lights you up now or what lit you up in the past. It might have been the pride that you had when you first landed that massive whale of a deal. Or maybe you're driven by seeing your team achieve their goals. How can you set a new challenge that helps your team step outside of their comfort zones? Perhaps go back to a time when things might have actually been a little bit tough in the business, but because you had the bigger purpose that you were heading towards, it drove you and it had you bouncing out of bed in the morning without fail every day. Take a moment to think about what brings you joy in your role that you might have had drop off as you employed more people to take over those jobs. Maybe think about product development, your next hire, or even consider new markets that you might go into. Now, a final thought: what makes you nervous? Set that as your next big challenge. If you have a financial goal and you are driven by the achievement of financial goals, my challenge to you is to add 20% at least on the goal. You want to be uncomfortable here, uncomfortable enough that it drives you to take a new course of action. And to give you context, let me indulge in a story. A client of mine was driven by goal attainment and financial goal attainment. He had a quarterly financial goal, and I personally didn't think it was enough, given that I knew he would be motivated to rise to the challenge. I added 25%, which he had a physical reaction to, but his eyes lit up. What happened? He actually hit that goal and smashed it to 50% more than the original goal. So strategy 1, go back to what lights you up and give yourself a new challenge. Moving on to strategy 2, expand your vision. Redefining or reinvigorating your organizational vision can be one of the biggest motivators to creating energy in you and therefore your business. A client of mine was bored and they'd been doing it for a while. We went back to their vision statement and there was actually a dissonance or a gap between their vision and what they were doing on the day-to-day basis of their business. By reminding them and their team of what the vision was, and putting plans in place to work towards achieving that, it has actually meant year-on-year business growth, together with personal growth for the business owner. The reason that a long-term vision, even if it's somewhat unclear, is important is as you get bogged down in the day-to-day, it's really easy to lose sight of why you were doing it in the first place. As you start to implement that vision, you'll find the passion to continue moving forward in a meaningful way. I do have another video on how to articulate your vision. If you would like to access it, it should be on your screen now. So that's 2 of 3 simple ways to reinvigorate your passion for business. But passion isn't always driven by external factors. Let's change direction, because I actually think that passion isn't always about grand ideas and big challenges. I believe that passion can be reinvigorated when you actively find awe in the everyday activities and the brilliance of life. So strategy 3 is all about finding and sitting in the deep joy and gratitude for the smallest of things. Most of the time, we get stagnant because we forget to check in on the beauty of what we have right in front of us. And simply practicing acts of gratitude can bring you greater peace related to where you are financially, with the team members you have, the customers you have, and the overall life that you have. So remember a time when you struggled to get the first client and how grateful you were that they converted over. Was there a difference to how you feel now when you get a new client? Take a moment every day to embody that feeling of gratitude for what you have right now. It's hard to be melancholy in a state of gratitude. In fact, I'll link to a video showing a chain of gratitude that I have done more than once for a simple vegetable. And I would love you to check it out as a way of finding gratitude in the most simple of things. Let's be honest, business and life is not a straight line, and it's always going to have its ups and downs. It's likely that there will be times where things are a bit lackluster or flat, but it's what you do now that makes the difference. So what do you do now? I think you're already taking action to change your circumstances by simply watching this video, but don't stop there. After this finishes, I challenge you to get up and implement one of the 3 strategies I've shared today to bring passion back into your life right now. And I'll leave you with this quote by Mahatma Gandhi because I think it's pretty fitting here. I cried because I had no shoes, and then I met a man who had no feet.